Are you ready?
Welcome to a mostly correct introspective of Tomo-Chan. Tomo-Chan is an anime about being careful who you call a boy in high school. A medium-spiced show that even to my extremely white, unable to stomach butter chicken without a glass of milk palate can gleefully think, yes, this is certainly a show I'm watching. In this program, we'll meet Tomo-Chan, a girl who isn't a boy but is a boy to those that think she's a girl, and also a girl tomboy who could be named Tom at first glance. On our journey, we'll learn that what you look like isn't important, it's what's on the inside that counts. That is, of course, until you accidentally trick everyone around you, including your love interest, into thinking that liking you is some sort of Christian hate crime, but we don't count the opinions of book authors from 2,000 years ago or even those today, so fuck it.
All is forgiven.
Being forced to revisit the hostilities of high school will be a reminder of the terrible trials and tribulations of sporting events, extracurricular activities, and the police coming to arrest that one kid for fighting the principal with a lunchbox. All of these elements, except for some of them, apply to the characters acting as set pieces of wacky anime shenanigans, almost to the same extent as a filibuster in Taiwanese parliament.
You tell them, Guai-Jiang. No more big government.
Now, we're talking about anime, and it wouldn't be anime unless all of the love interests are criminally underage. After all, simping for 2D women is truly a forbidden fruit we'll never bane to taste or hope to be rid of, regardless of what the VTubers promise. Why must they betray my trust when I donated them my trust fund? In addition to this, we're constantly being beat over the head with the fact that the mothers of these side characters would be in a different category of entertainment altogether if they were allowed their own spin-off series, and I'm not complaining if they get one. On our adventure into How to Train Your Tomboy, we meet a large array of characters, but let's exclude the mothers out of principle to reduce the chance of being assassinated by the horny police. Instead, we'll talk about the characters that make one a target of the internet police. Remember, you made a comment on YouTube, therefore your life is forfeit. Getting into the titular characters of this show, there's Tomo, a cute fang-toothed broski with dreams of being on The Voice and on My Mans. Then there are the buddies. There's the serious, resting bitch-face BFF who looks like she steps on people for pocket change and street cred. The blonde smart ditz who's clearly a direct descendant of every westerner trope in the medium, including her need to open carry and tase men for traveling in packs. How dare they exist as a unit? And June, whose personality is so one-dimensional you could name his brother July, and not only would you ignore it, on some level it would make sense. As well as a bunch of other supporting characters and friendly faces that have as much weight to the story as me telling people Australia is a real place. Guys, I swear, why would we make up the Emu War, Tony Abbott, and the Platypus, where a country that was made with God's leftover Lego pieces, where real guys accept the truth? Walking in, you fully expect fan service at every corner, and that expectation is mostly correct. But not only is that a good thing, it's a complex requirement for the enjoyment of this experience, as it occasionally pleasantly surprises you with nice character moments that meaningfully extend beyond the I'm a girl plot point and delve deeper into their psyches. That is, of course, unless you're this whose only role on the show is to be like me, not believing Yu-Gi-Oh has given me a closeted gambling addiction. To cope and seethe about the fact that his bro is actually a tall, sporty redhead that sings children's karaoke and wants to make a man out of him. In any case, Tomo-Chan is an interesting saga, with several episodes revolving entirely around Tomato trying to convince Juniper that she is worthy, and other episodes where she's actively not trying, and I dig it. There are also other episodes that are complete nonsensical bits of media, and I will watch them on TikTok with mobile game videos playing underneath them to tickle my brain just a little bit more than this mommy fantasy does on its own in a vacuum.
It's back home.
Now that's what I'm fucking talking about. You have your classic setup episode, the you're going to prison episode, the why did I bother downloading this episode, my psychotic episode, the beach episode, the episode with the dad, and of course, the episode with the sauce. Now, I'm going to go ahead and assume that if you're watching this, you're not a newcomer to anime, since Tomo-Chan is to crack as Sword Art Online is to a gateway drug. Don't argue with me, we've all enjoyed it once. The show, I mean. But why are we here? Why are we watching this? Why are we watching anime at all? If two dyslexic guys arrive at the same door, do they both pull? Do they both push? Or do they both open the door the right way due to the universe balancing out? Well, I can answer the first question. It could be easily surmised that the primary reason this anime is so popular in the first place could be a lack of
fatal beatings
administered to the community, but it could also be the healthy mixture of wholesome and ecchi themes. A mixture not seen since the masterpiece that is Monster Musume, High School DxD, High School of the Dead, Uzaki-chan. I will die on this hill too. In the end, the story is a wholesome summation of a modern-day girl in a modern-day world, where her boy toy will never give her up, never let her down, never turn her around, or Whilst the anime itself isn't entirely unique and falls into the same plot lines and tropes as other coming-of-age romance, for some reason it keeps pulling me back in. Whether that's because the animation and supporting characters manage to keep me engaged with the dynamic interactions, or I truly have been freuded into ingesting romance anime once every 3 months to try and experience the same level of dopamine I got when I played Persona 5 for the first time. Help me, I'm an addict and I don't remember what the safe word is. I think that even if it doesn't stick around for the long term, we'll at least be able to say the anime was certainly an anime of all time. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment any more anime you'd like, mostly summarized below, and remember, anime is all fun and games until they've hacked your Club Penguin membership. So long, wallabies.